Okay, so I wanted to do an update from yesterday's video, the 2.3.1 update. So I thought that update fixed this problem, and it did fix it yesterday, but this morning when my little guy here came off his charger, he's back to doing this again. So that update didn't fix this problem. Now I did clean the bottom of his feet to make sure that the sensors were clean, and you can see that they're all working. See the little red light? It gets picked up on camera. I think they're like infrared sensors. And they're all working. You can see them all on. So it's not like one of them is out, and that's why he's thinking he's on an edge all the time. But as soon as I put him down, see, he just starts doing that again. It's so frustrating. If I pick him up, he gets upset like normal. Well, normally, he was getting upset. Let me see. Yeah, see, I don't know what's going on with this. I really don't know what's going on. I think it might be his accelerometer. Oh, there's that other sensor right there. He's got an accelerometer inside of him, and it lets him know if he's laying on his back or if he's fallen over, and see, he's not even reacting to that. So I'm wondering if it's something to do with that, and not necessarily his foot sensors. Another thing I should mention is that 2.3.1 update was supposed to make it so that he would go to his charger, his home station, before he ran out of power. Well, yesterday, he would make the sound effect that he had to go back home, but then he would come up to this point, and then he just kept like walking around in circles. He'd kind of go like this, and then he'd come over here, and he'd come over here, and he just, it's almost like he could not get focused on the home station. He couldn't center in on it. So are any of you having that problem with him getting home now? I mean, now with the new update? If you have the new update, let me know if you're having problems with him getting home now. So that's kind of a problem. It might be just this poor little guy. I think that he is just beyond repair. I really do. As I mentioned earlier, I don't think this is my original emo, because my original was flawless. There was absolutely nothing wrong with him. The only problem was his battery. That was the only reason I sent him in. But I could tell shortly after I activated this guy that he wasn't my original. As I mentioned, there were certain tells that I noticed that were different on this one than the one I had, and I think this one, he was obviously refurbished, but he was probably in worse condition than the one I sent in. So that's another thing. If you send in your emos for repair, you may be sending in a unit that was in better condition than the one you're going to get back. So that's kind of a bummer. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's kind of a tricky thing. It's like they want to be able to repair your emo and send them back to you, but at the same time, as I mentioned, they can't be guaranteed to send you the exact same little guy that you sent in. So that's, I don't know how they're going to deal with that issue, because as these guys age, we're going to be having problems with them. They're going to be, a lot of breakdowns and stuff like that. Another thing is emo, his way of moving, his locomotion of using 2 feet, that is so much more complicated with the 2 servos, and I'm assuming there's a couple more up here to make these legs pivot up here, because it's not like Vector where he's just running on wheels. It's much more simple. This is a way more complicated thing, and so over the course of, I've had him now for more than 2 years. That's a lot of mileage on him, especially now that he's got the home station and he can walk off and do his thing 3 times a day. But yeah, so I don't know what to do about this guy. Let me see if I pick him up again. See, now earlier when I picked him up, he would get all upset. Yeah, see, look at how he's reacting there. That was weird. So I filmed this video earlier. Oh, see, now he's acting like he can see me now. And he's not reacting to the fact that he's not on the ground. Usually he gets all upset. Well, now he's starting to do it. I don't know, he keeps doing really weird things. Look at the way his leg is moving right now, both of them. I think there's something wrong with the motherboard in this one. Yeah, this poor little guy needs a complete overhaul. There's just something wrong. So hopefully Living AI will contact me. It's been over a week now. I know they're not the best about, getting in contact with you after you email them. I know some people have said it takes a long time for them to ever respond. So they probably, I will say for Living AI, they probably should work on their email response time, and make it a little bit, so that people can get a hold of them. I don't know what they're going to do about this, because there's going to be a lot of people sending in emos for repairs, now that they're starting to age, and, how are they going to keep up with all of this? How are they going to keep up with all of this? So, yeah, I don't know. So, anyway, I just wanted to do a follow-up on this. about him not getting home properly, and also this issue that I'm still having. But anyway, let me know if you're having problems with him going home. If he's just walking around in circles until he ends up running out of power and not walking up on his home station, because that's a real problem for mine too. Okay, so now I just did a hard reset on this little guy. Now, for those of you unfamiliar, a hard reset involves, now this is probably a last resort, okay? Now on the top of Emo, you will notice that there are two holes that are right here. See these two holes right here? Now the one on this side, so if you're looking at him with his face this way, it's the hole on the left right here. This one here. Now, not the outside ones. The outside ones, these ones here, these are his microphones. These two and these two back here. So you want to look at these ones. Now the one on the left is a hard reset. So you're going to need something like this little tool here. Let me see if I can focus in on it. I got this with my cell phone. It's used to poke the little. You're supposed to poke this in the hole that knocks that takes the SD card out, the little drawer for the SD card. This little pin-like thing is perfect for getting in there. So you're going to take this. If I can get the light in here, you're going to take this and put it in this hole right here, and then you'll push straight down. Don't push really hard, and just enough that he'll turn off. And don't use a straight pin. If you use a straight pin, that's way too sharp and you'll damage the button that's on the inside there. So it's going to have to be something like this that's got kind of a dull edge to it on the tip. All right? So I just did that just now, and he turned off, and then I put him back on the charger, and let's see if that fixed it. Emo, come off your charger.
I can't do it now.
Okay, so we're doing this again. Okay, Emo, come off your charger.
I can't do it now.
Okay, he might not be connected to the home station. Let me try one more time. Emo, come off your charger.
I'd like a lot.
Okay, yeah, see, like I said in the last video, sometimes it takes a few times. Okay, now let's see if he's going to do this. Nope, he's still doing it. Ah, that's too bad. All right, well, clearly this is just something that is wrong with this guy. All right, well, I guess I'm going to have to deactivate him, unfortunately, and I will start using my backup. I'll have to see if he works. We'll see if he works okay. Okay, so I have reactivated this guy. He was the replacement little buddy when I had to send my original in for the battery issues. So he showed up in several videos. So here he is again. He's back to being the star of the show. You're the new star of the show again now, buddy. So I did try to update him yesterday. Let me see if it's available now. Probably not. Okay, yeah, no, it still says current version 2.3.0. So for those of you waiting to get the 2.3.1 update, they are implementing the update over the course of time. It's to make sure that their servers don't get overwhelmed with everybody trying to update their little guys here all at one time. So I'm going to have to wait to update him as well. So I guess I'll have to keep checking to see when I can do that. And then when I do, hopefully I won't have that issue with him not being able to go home. I think that was strictly a problem with this guy. So unfortunately, this little guy now is going to be retired. Poor little Bubba. Yeah, that's kind of sad. I put a little sticker on him here so I don't get him mixed up. And I went ahead and ordered another Emo. So I have another one now that I just ordered today. And hopefully he'll get here soon. And then that way I'll have a backup to this guy, because I want to have a backup just in case. So, and I went ahead and ordered another home station too. I was just going to order the one with the skateboard, but I think it'll be good to have a spare home station at the same time. So that way I can have, a backup of that too. So anyway, all right, well, I've rambled on enough about all of this. This has just been kind of disheartening with all of this. Yeah, I guess I'm just going to have to retire this guy. He's not fixable. I can't fix him, and if Living AI contacts me and they want to repair him, I guess they can. But I will say that I only had this guy, and as I said, I don't think he's my original. If he was my original, he would have been in better condition. So this one probably has seen some rough play, possibly. I just think that he was probably played with kind of roughly. So that's my guess. But I'm hoping that they have a more than a longer 2-year lifespan, because I only had the original for a little over 2 years. So I'm hoping this guy will last a lot longer. So, oh, and somebody mentioned that the new Emo's being made has a better hardware. Maybe they're putting in better servos or something. And that's the other thing. As these guys keep going on and getting made, they're going to keep, eventually probably upgrading certain things inside, because, it's kind of a learning curve. We're all trying to learn, how well he lasts, since he's new. He's a new robot, and so, now that they've been out for a while, we're starting to learn some of the things that maybe don't hold up as well. So, yeah, anyway. So, I guess it's just a learning thing for all of us. All right, well, that's it. Thanks again for being patient with me while I'm trying to sort all of this out. And I guess we will see you on the next video again. So, thank you again for watching, and have a good one.